Hello guys, do you want to talk about speed loaders today? Well, I do. I got these awesome speed loaders from 5-Star Firearms today. They come in the presentation is nothing to write home about, just a plastic bag with this little tag over here. The tag kind of talks about the what you got. It's for a J-frame, 357-38 special speed loader from 5-Star Firearms, world's finest speed loader. It gives you the models of the firearms that it supports, which is Ruger LCR, LCR-X, and then Smith & Wesson, all manner of J-frames, as well as Smith & Wesson Bodyguard. So, and keep in mind, this is made in USA. So, some of you might be familiar with speed loaders, and some of you might be familiar with 5-Star speed loaders per se. And I'm a big fan of 5-Star speed loaders because they are very, very thin. There's not a lot of fat on them. Like the walls are very tiny, and you really need that a lot of times because when you're trying to load a revolver, there might not be a lot of space on either side, especially if you have some aftermarket grips or sometimes even factory grips. They may prohibit you from using a speed loader if you have a lot of heft on the sides of the speed loaders. And what 5-Star Firearms does really good is their speed loaders are extra thin. There's not a lot going on. It's just a really clever, very well thought out and implemented construction. It's all milled aluminum, which is very good, very tough for the purposes of what this is. It's really nice. It's light, very strong. The only thing that's different about these speed loaders is their color, and that could be the reason for this video just in itself, because when I discovered that you can have these speed loaders in a bunch of different colors, that got me excited. Now these ones are blue. That's what I chose for this. 5-Star, blue, but you can get like them in green and pink, and there's like a zombie one with like a green and then red splatter. You can get it in red, in purple, in tactical black, and I didn't know that because and I've been buying 5-Star speed loaders for many years, but I didn't know you can get them in all those colors because when you go online and you find a 5-Star speed loader, they all look like this. Just a milled aluminum, sort of like a stainless color, even though stainless would not be the correct way to say it because that means stainless steel. This is aluminum, but the color is like just metallic, gray, silver, metallic color. That's how they come mostly. And that's because usually you don't buy them from manufacturer. You don't buy them from 5-Star Firearms. You go to eBay or Bud's Gun Shop or some kind of online gun store that you trust, and they carry 5-Star speed loaders because they're good. Why not carry them, right? But they're not gonna order all these colors for you. They're gonna have this color only, usually in stock. And only once I saw somewhere they had this one, and they also had the tactical black for a few dollars more. So you really need to go to 5-Star Firearms, to their website, and by the way, their website is horrible. The user interface is just really poorly thought out and implemented. I went to 5-Star Firearms many times, and it's not even apparent that you can buy these. But you can do that, like I did. But it's just the user interface on that website is just atrocious. It's not good. So basically, you know, I came there many times. Like I was trying to find these colors somewhere online. I thought I'm just gonna find a link where they sell them, because on their website it doesn't seem possible to even buy this at first. But you know, you just trust the process. You know, you follow through everything that's happening over there, and on their website you can order any color speed loader that you want. They're gonna make it especially for you. And then, you know, it just costs like $3 more to add any kind of color, which is fine. What is a speed loader, right? That is, you might be asking that question if you're not a big revolver guy, because speed loaders are for revolvers only. Now, these 5-shot ones are for a J-frame, something like this, right? A revolver that has a 5-shot cylinder. So what you do is you put the rounds in like so, and then you twist the knob over here on the back, right? And then they will not fall out. Now, you can put this in your pocket or in your pouch somewhere in your, you know, in your range bag, and you can have 5 rounds ready to go. When it's time to reload your firearm, you just drop all the rounds all at once. You twist the knob to the left, like so. They all fall in. Then you take out this speed loader, throw it away or whatever, and you are all done reloading, right? So that's a way to reload all 5 rounds at once. So the other way to reload a revolver is just one by one, right? You have to do it like so, unless you're like John Wick or something. So that takes longer, right? So it's a little faster when you have like, you know, all 5 shots ready to go, you know, securely. They're in there, you know, they're not gonna fall out. You know, this is a pretty strong construction. So you just put the rounds in, twist the knob to the left, they all fall in, and you're done reloading, right? It's faster. Some people still consider this not a good option, and that's just because it's still a bulky item in your pocket, right? When it's a 5 round, it's not so bad, and that's actually very pocketable. 5 rounds like this thing, it's kind of small, and it will work just fine in the pocket. I'm gonna say that this is gonna be a good pocket option, but all others are not quite gonna cut it. Like this is a 6-shot speed loader from it's a 5-star firearms, same one. Like I said, I'm a big fan of 5-star speed loaders, but it's a 6-shot, and it's the smallest 6-shot cylinder on the planet when it comes to 38 and 37 Magnums. It's the smallest in the world, right? But it's still a little too big. You really need a J-frame if you're talking about pocket carry. So when you load up this 6-shot Kimber, you know, it's just a little too bulky, if you ask me. It looks like this, right? So again, just a little too big, a little larger than it needs to be. Is it the end of the world? No. And your pockets may be different than my pockets, but for me, you need some other arrangements, you know. You cannot just throw something like this in a pocket, according to me. You know, if it's a J-frame, that's where I draw the line. This is the largest thing you can throw in your pocket. When it goes from here to here, that's it, you're done. Your pocket cannot handle this. That's where I draw the line for myself, right? And I do the same with the guns. I was speaking about the fact that this is a smallest 6 shot cylinder, a very small, very compact revolver, but it's not small enough for you to pocket carry it. You need this to be a J-frame. Now when it gets to J-frame, now it's just big enough or small enough, whichever way you want to look at it, for the pocket carry. So, and that goes the same for the speed loaders, right? Good for pocket carry, not good for pocket carry. Now, if we go to the next size up, to the 8-shot, now this thing is going to be huge, and this is not even a 357 Magnum, this is a 38 Special, right? You can just imagine that with 357 it's going to be larger, right? This is the size with 38. With 357 it's going to be an 1/8 of an inch taller over here. So again, that's a bulky thing. Much bigger than this. Much bigger than this, right? So can you have something like that in your pocket? You know, your pockets may be different than mine, but I cannot have this in the pocket. It's gonna be bulging out. It's gonna look like, it's gonna attract attention. It's gonna look weird. It's not how you conceal carry, you know. And actually, when it comes to something like this, you know, a lot of people settle for speed strips. That's another way to carry your rounds. But now look at the profile, how thin it is, right? That will go into any pocket. This is 8 rounds of 357, right? Look at this. This is how much it's going to be bulging out if you have a speed loader of 8 rounds. This is how much it's bulging out with the speed strip. Not much. Very thin, right? It's thinner than any wallet. It's just as thick, just a little bit thicker than the round itself, right? And this is no problem now. Same thing for the 6 round, right? If I draw the line at a J-frame at 5-shot, you know, again, I'm not gonna pocket carry 38 Special in a 6-round speed loader like this, right? So again, it's gonna be a speed strip for me, you know, because that's the only way to pocket some extra rounds, you know. And then when it comes to reloading, speed strip is not as fast, right? Because you cannot do like all 5 rounds that go in, right? You have to do 2 rounds at the time. Can you see that? I'm not gonna load the revolver right now, but basically what you do is you do 2 rounds at the time and you peel away the strip, and then you do the next 2 rounds and then the next round, right? And same way with the 6-round cylinder. You do 2 rounds at the time, right? You do 2, then next 2, you know, and then finally the last 2 rounds you put in and you close the cylinder. At that point you're gonna be reloaded, right? I'm not gonna load it with live rounds right now. This is for demonstration only. And now I'm gonna get rid of the live rounds. I have no more ammunition on the table. So now when it comes to a J-frame is the only thing, according to me, according to what I can see, what I can make out over here, it's the only thing that you can truly like pocket carry. I don't think that K6 XS quite makes it, even though, you know, we'll see. Maybe I'll get bigger pockets someday. But J-frame definitely makes it. It can make it. Right, so yeah, I mean, the most important thing that I wanted to say today is if you want a colored, is that an okay word to say? Speed loader. If you want some color on your speed loader, gosh, I feel embarrassed now. Anyway, I was just excited that I could order this in blue. because I've been ordering for the longest time all these speed loaders. I'm a really big fan of 5-star speed loaders, you know, because, you know, they're really thin, you know. Sometimes you don't have room on the side, like the cylinder swings out, you see how close it gets, you know, you don't have a lot of room. And with 5-star speed loaders, it's never an issue. They always go in, like no problem. I never experienced any issues. Like a lot of speed loaders, you know, like there's speed bees, you know, they work a little differently, but they have a lot of heft around them. They have a lot of fat. So the idea is you just press it in. There's like a spring that engages and lets the rounds fall, but you don't have all this room around the cylinder sometimes, you know. So you need something like this. You need the 5-star. And 5-star works with everything that I have. It works with K6XS. It works with, you know, a J frame. It works with the 8-round N frame. You know, a lot of speed loaders are not going to work with this J frame. You know, because there's just not a lot of room. You know, if you look at it, it's all very close to the body, you know. But this one, you know, the 5-star, you know, because it's made like this, the construction, they're not really wasting any space. Just a really thin wall of aluminum, which is very strong, by the way, right? And it works just fine. I mean, it's as good as it can be as far as just managing of your space. And I will demonstrate it one time. You know, this is 8-round loading into an N frame Smith & Wesson revolver. You know, no problem, right? It's already in. You twist it to the left, they all fall in, and you are all nice and reloaded. Very easy, very good, right? So that's why I like 5-star. And you know, if you go there, by the way, they're not paying me. I'm not getting paid by anyone. This channel doesn't have any sponsors whatsoever. This is just my experience, my opinion. These speed loaders work very, very well. They're very well designed and built, and you know, it's just a smart construction where there's not a lot of space wasted. And now they come in many, many different colors. You can have green, you can have blue like this, you can have pink, purple, red, tactical black, and others. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in.